Hi there guys, and welcome to kind of a different video for my channel. This is gonna be, it's kind of my vlog rant series where I just rant about things that I feel like talking about. Today is kind of a special episode because it's a topic that doesn't have to do with video games. If you're new to my channel is pretty much dedicated to like speed running, playing, talking about video games in general. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about a subject that is not video games, far from it. And it is the subject of dog breeds in relation to aggression. As a few of you might know, I recently adopted a baby pit bull puppy with my girlfriend a couple weeks back. It's the reason I've been super busy recently, and she is just the sweetest dog. She's about 10 weeks, almost 11 weeks old now, and she's just super sweet. But the other day, while I was talking to one of my friends, and he said to me, he was like, "So you got a pit bull, right?" I said, "Yeah, I got it. We have a pit bull puppy. Her name's Kyrie." And he just goes, "Aren't they supposed to be like really mean and like really aggressive?" And it just boggled my mind that people in this day and age think that. It just kind of threw me for a loop. I was dumbfounded. I didn't really know what to say. And I was like, okay, it's just one person, whatever. But then my girlfriend Holly, she was at work. She's a physical therapist, and a couple of patients, and she told a couple of her patients, "Yeah, we just got a pit bull," and even they were like, "Oh, be careful with those. They can be really dangerous." And it just blew my mind that it's still such a commonly held viewpoint that pit bulls or any breed of dog are naturally aggressive. And I'm going to get kind of scientific and academic up in here. I'm going to reference a study that was recently published in December of 2013. So at the time of this video, about 4-ish months ago. It's from the University of Bristol. The title of the study is Human-Directed Aggression in Domestic Dogs, Occurrence in Different Contexts and Risk Factors. So basically what the study is it was a survey of, I think it was about 4,000 pet owners in the United Kingdom, and they were measuring aggression levels, aggression in this study being defined as barking, lunging, growling, or biting. And they tested it in 3 different contexts. And those contexts were aggression in relation to the owner or the family members, in relation to strangers coming into the house, and strangers outside of the house. So those were the 3 contexts. And I'll link the abstract to this study in the description, or the doobly-doo, whatever the case may be, and also a blog post from one of the head researchers, Rachel Casey, I think is her name. But the one important line I wanted to focus on is this line: "Importantly, for all types of aggression, the variables measured explained a relatively small amount of variance, less than 10%, between aggressive and non-aggressive animals, suggesting a much greater importance of factors specific to experience of individual dogs in the development of aggression." So, in human speak, let me be Chris Translate instead of Google Translate. Basically, it's saying that there was too low of a correlation between aggression and breed to really say that it has any impact. And what they found was much more frequently it had to do with the experiences of the individual dog as opposed to the breed of that dog. So yeah, It's right there, clear as day in this study. They specifically say breed has nothing to do with it. There is not enough data to back up the opinion that a certain breed of dog is more aggressive naturally than another breed of dog. It all has to do with the experience of that dog growing up and the training of that dog. That one's the most important one. I'm actually, right now, I'm going to cut away to a little video clip I took today actually, I think. Yeah, it was today. And basically, Kyrie, she's a puppy, and naturally, this is another thing that people mistake all the time. Yes, she bites people. Why does she bite people? Because she's teething. Human babies do that. Have you not owned a dog? Any dog or any human baby, any human child? They all teeth. They bite things just because they want to, they need to. And so it's not an issue of whether or not it's the specific breed. It's an issue of they're going to teeth, and you need to train them not to teeth on people. That's the most important thing. So I'm going to cut to a clip of me training Kyrie not to bite people. I literally picked this up from a YouTube video I watched yesterday, and we've been doing it with Kyrie for about a day, 24-ish hours, and here are the results thus far. So check it out. Alright, Kyrie has been learning a new trick, except when she gets distracted by Dobby. Kyrie, come here. Alright. Now, see, I got that. Off. Good girl. Good girl. So there you have it. That is the result of a day of training in a dog. That's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, we need to keep going. We need to be consistent, and we need to go more thorough and more complex. But that's the first steps that it takes, and a lot of people skip that, and therefore their dogs are aggressive because they will bite at people because they were never taught not to be aggressive. And I mean, and I think a lot of the public opinion, a lot of the reason why the public sees these breeds of dogs as aggressive is because of the media, the mass media, as it were. I'm now I don't even know the word. Somebody who hates the media, whatever. God knows I get most of my news through YouTube anyway, so it doesn't really, I guess I do fit into that category. But there are people on the media who will, for every 200 to 300 dogs that bite a person and draw blood and cause injuries, the one that gets a headline on the mainstream news, Pit Bull, German Shepherd, Mastiff, big dogs, because they feel like it, because they need to be on 24/7 and they need headlines to fill time. That's it. And that's why so many people think, and I know for a fact, probably the majority of people who think that pit bulls are aggressive are because of one person only, and that person is Michael Vick, because he decided, hey, let's do let's do some dog fighting. Let's gather up a bunch of pit bulls and do dog fighting. And just looking at some of the pictures of the dogs and what he had them do to each other is sickening. I recommend you look it up. That's why the stereotype exists, is because of people like him doing things like that. And so basically the only reason I made this video is to counteract that and say that's not true. Pit bulls are not naturally aggressive. It's just really sad. It's just kind of it's a vicious cycle, because people think that pit bulls are aggressive. Therefore, the people who are doing these dog fighting arenas, they adopt pit bulls and train them to do that. And so naturally they're going to be aggressive towards people because of the way that they're raised, because people think that they're aggressive in the first place when they're really not. So here I'm going to tell another story. This one is of my girlfriend's twin sister, Heather. Back when she was in college a few years back, she adopted a pit bull named Yumi. I want to say she was something like a year old at the time ish. She was still really young. I'm going to link a few pictures while I tell this story, or edit in a few pictures, maybe some video clips if I can get some, of Yumi. So she got her when she was about 1, and she was training her. Hold on, I need to look something up really quick. Poorly prepared Chris. Dang it, Facebook. Forgot to mute my computer before I started this recording. Okay, distractions aside, so she got Yumi, adopted her. She put her through a lot of different training classes, trained her really well. She was just about to get the Canine Good Citizen certification. Canine Good Citizen certification, which basically just means there was a big test that she had to do where she had to demonstrate that she was well trained, she was really well behaved, she could, follow commands and stuff like that, and was not aggressive towards people. And she either recently had passed it or was just about to take the test because she had gone through all the appropriate training. And Heather liked to, on occasion, take her to the dog park because dog parks are good. It's a good way for dogs to socialize with each other, to socialize with other people, to just generally run around and have a good time. And so she was at one end of the dog park. Yumi was on the other end of the dog park. And she was just, running around. And Heather from the other end of the dog park saw a van pull up. And a guy stepped out of this van, opened up the side door, grabbed Yumi, threw her inside it, closed the door, and drove away before Heather could even get to the other side of the park. And she has never seen Yumi since. And our assumption is the reason for this is because of these dogfighting rinks, arenas, whatever, what have you. Because people think that pit bulls are aggressive, and so they will do whatever they can to get their hands on pit bulls because they think it's fun, because they think it's a good thing. Those people are the reason why you hear these headlines about aggressive pit bulls. It's not the average person. It's not Yumi. It's not Kyrie. It's not any other pit bull. It's because of these people training dogs to be aggressive. Breeds don't have anything to do with aggression. Training does. So that's why I made this video, is to just talk about the fact that dog breed has nothing to do with aggression. It's this societal expectation that isn't true, and I want it to stop because it's a really, really bad viewpoint. It's incorrect. There's a lot of evidence that says no, it's not true. And if I can convince even one person, just enlighten one person that this isn't the case, so that maybe when you're out walking and you see a pit bull, you don't have to avoid it or walk quickly or turn around, because maybe that dog's really nice, because maybe their trainers did their job. Maybe their owners did their job and actually raised their pit bull to be well behaved, as they should. So that's all. That's this video, is to try and convince people that it's not the breed, it's how you raise them. So until next time, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you next time.